Hey guys, Tyrup here, bringing you a 1v1 today. We are on Vilshanka. Playing for today, spawning on the left, we have COH2. This is Paul. Playing as Osir, and his loadout is Encirclement. No, straight away locking in German infantry here. Facing off against him on the right, we have VonIvan as the Brits, who is also straight away locked in tactical support. Auto match, classic matchup here. This is auto match game between these two titans. And this is rather unusual, a double pioneer start here from Paul. Does allow him to get some good early map control. No machine gun strategy, interesting. Machine guns typically very strong against Brits, so this is a curious one. I'm not sure if he's trying to counter VonIvan strategy specifically, but seems like an unusual start to the match.
Right then. Orders from Mr. Churchill. Job done and all secure.
Okay, so sniper coming in now for Paul. Interesting. Ooh, left the circle slightly too early there, didn't quite get the fuel. VonIvan moving to capitalize here. Meanwhile, Paul down here looking to do some harassment. Pioneers close the distance, but take a little bit too much damage. So unlucky for Paul, no fuel early on. Oh man, his pioneers go down too. That was so unlucky for Paul. Sniper comes in, gets a shot off. But man, that was really unlucky, that pyro going down right there. Paul did manage to sneak his way onto the cutoff though for Von. Whilst he's busy doing this engagement over here. Look at that greedy, under half health, still 4 models.
We have a fresh grenadier squad.
So same thing about Tommies, I suppose too. They seem to be in my books. If you've watched my stream, you're like, oh, those damn Tommies. They never drop models. I feel like there's some kind of secret source that they have where they just retain full models very deep into their health. Up across the road here, 5-man section upgrade very early here for VonIvan.
Field recovery teams are
And
ready
just
to salvage
purely into the sections. Everyone knows the 5-man section's extremely strong. Sniper going to town though, picking up some good models here. Looks like Paul actually rebuilt his pioneers as well. Interesting. Sniper taking some big damage. Tommy's not that good at running and gunning though.
We are losing a sector.
And Sniper's got to make it home. No medics at base yet though, so... And VonIvan chasing all the way into base here. Hoping to get a lucky burst in there, get the kill on the sniper. Once again, Paul charging towards the cutoff, but VonIvan has called in some field recovery engineers. So I guess that's why he wants that super early 5-man upgrade. Hasn't even teched. He goes for the super early 5-man tech, so you know, as soon as he calls these in, they'll also be at 5 men. And because he doesn't need to tech so quickly, he'll have access to the engineers for snares still at a pretty reasonable timing. But as you can see on the tactical map, Paul getting off to a rough start, losing that pioneer early led to a little bit of struggling, and has to be really cautious with his sniper now that he's so low on health and no healing yet. Probably would have healing, you know, if he didn't lose that pioneer squad, so... That's a rough one. Mine goes down. I'm not sure if he spotted it. Would have been right on the edge. Yeah, looks like he's seen the sweep over there right now. I'll be able to clean that up. Sniper chasing down the sappers in the south. PauL finally regaining control of his fuel, going for a 251. 250 rather. Got a couple air spines down there as well, kind of sneaky. Sniper going to work, Vet 1 already. 8 kills, good start in terms of kill count.
Enemy causing trouble, trying to take one of our points.
VonIvan though has the sweepers by default on the squad, so he can get rid of those S-mines right quickly and jumping right back onto the cutoff here. Really slowing PauL's fuel down massively. But Von is taking up, getting the AEC out.
Supply line's been cut.
Coming in at a reasonable timing and plenty of time to counter this 250. 250 going for the chase down, but Engineers in the retreat path here. Gotta halt to that. We'll switch his targets. Jumps out to do some repairs. Oh, that was just the tech. I thought that was the AEC coming in. That was just the AEC tech. Interesting. So actually Von's still quite far away from the AEC.
Enemy threatening a capture
Should have noticed his fuel being so high still. And struggling for manpower right now. So can't get it in the build.
A capture point is being overrun.
Working its way down south. Really is trying to get to the cover. Just took so much damage from the 5-man Tommies on the way there. Let's see where he could lose them. Gets the repairs there. But even the squad inside is kind of vulnerable now. He's so low on health. Sniper finally retreats again, but still no medics out here. So dangerous. And I guess VonIvan's just not going to go for the AC. Maybe he just doesn't feel threatened enough. 250 in here. He's going to take an AT grenade. Maybe he's just going to try stay in here and continue fighting with it. Sets it up. Trying to get the suppression cooking. Snipers over here now chipping away. Engineers moving to the rear. Waiting for the AT grenade to cool down. Suppression comes in. But the 250 I think is low enough to die to one more AT grenade. Can the sniper prevent that though? No. Wondering maybe if he was going to try use the incendiary shot, try stun them, maybe pick off 1 or 2 models, but doesn't happen. And it looks like VonIvan calling in the supply drop down here. Got a T-gun and a mortar now, which typically would be nice, but you know he's not up against any machine guns in this case.
They're trying to take it.
Not.
Armored car completed.
Looks like he wanted it for the mortar. He picks that one up first, and he does get the AC out, but quite late. In 9 minutes, he could have had this a very long time ago. Look at the units lost and killed. So it looks like PauL.
Enemy causing trouble, trying to take one of our points.
Oh, it's hard to tell. Maybe PauL's slightly behind. I'm not sure. Their numbers weren't adding up there. Sniper going to town, but got to be careful. AC is not too far away. Could easily chase down for the kill right here. Sniper retreating. AC chasing now. This is what you risk when you don't get any healing for your sniper. Somehow cloaks on the completion of his retreat. Now trying to circle around the base. Randy is there. No Faust yet. Closing in for the Faust. AEC circling around. Shooting at bunkers.
Trying to take a point from us.
No Faust. Oh, there it goes. Very late activation. Maybe it got cancelled or something. Snipers circling around the base. Now the AC too slow to chase it effectively. And AC's looking likely to go down here. Maybe some base MG5, if not another Faust. So dive not working out too well there for VonIvan. Did cost Paul a tremendous amount of munitions though.
We've lost a Mark III armored car.
So I suppose that's a bit of a consolation prize.
Our capture point. They're trying to take it.
We've got the... Oh, that's actually his second squad of stormtroopers now. From what I've seen, I haven't played with them too much recently, but they do seem to be pretty effective against Brits, the stormtroopers. Two squads down here, both of them on hold fire, but one of them not on camouflage. Slight mistake. We do have quite a lot of squads near here. Stormtroopers somehow get the accuracy bonus now. They've been out of... Oh no, that is the tactical advance. Doing some good damage. Before he's reloading there. Closing in to try and evade the mortar shells maybe? No, mortar switching targets. Should that one retreating. And looks like Paul finally got rid of Von from his fuel point, but as you can see, Von has been controlling it much more of the map throughout this match. And really, I feel like the supply drop has now helped him basically at all so far this game. Looks like maybe he's going to go do some capping with the AT gun. Not a bad idea, doesn't really need it on anti-tank duties right now. Finally gets the medic bunker out. Thank God, sniper going to be healthy. 20 kills on that. He's been using it well. Getting some shots in here, swinging these engagements.
Improved grenades. Mills bombs are now being issued from stores.
As you heard there, grenades ticked by Von, straight away putting them to use in the middle. But this sniper's going to work. 23 kills, definitely the ace unit so far for Paul. Stormtroopers in the south. Calling in some base artillery over here. Now it's taken a while to rotate. Yeah, by the time the shells come in, too slow. Already cleared the area. Once again, VonIvan managing to sneak onto the cutoff here. Almost gets a white for his troubles as well.
Our capture point. They're trying to take it.
More stormtroopers making an attack on VonIvan's fuel once more. Speaking of, VonIvan has a tremendous amount of fuel, no tech to
Enemy threatening a capture point.
get out any medium tanks yet from him. Meanwhile, Paul 9/10 completed construction on his tier 2.
Damned enemies trying to take a point.
I've certainly done similar once or twice myself. Oh, here we go. Nice ambush being set up here by the stormtroopers. This is why they are so good, I feel. Oh, but huge grenade. Partially dodged, but still did big damage. Another grenade. Predictive grenade, and there we go. Gets out of there. But yeah, not having to take, being able to ambush the Tommies rather than trying to fight them head on in any capacity is really the key. Sniper in a little bit of trouble here, but Paul controlling it well. Misses the killing blow there. We've got some P-43s. 5-man upgrades on the one of these squads.
A capture point is being overrun.
Ready to do our bit. And out! We're fucking out!
Okay, so the mortar is 4 kills. Oh, base artillery right at the base entrance. Ooh. Nice grenade. Partially dodged though. Good reactions by PauL. Once again though, VonIvan sneaking his way onto the cutoff. Also fuel control a bit lacking. And looks like all this high violence action is going to result in once again an extremely fast command point clock for these two players. PauL already at 13 CPs, Von very close to that himself, so Crocodile could be on the menu. Meanwhile, PauL's going to have to spend a tremendous amount ticking up. Von can go for that no tick call in. Giving him the edge. Tier 2 is complete now. Still no tick from PauL though. I'm a little bit worried. The only thing that's going to save him is that Von's a little bit strapped for manpower right now. Nice grenade dodge there in the building. 5-man greedy is holding the line well. Similar situation in the north. Stormtroopers holding the line. PauL starting to make a little bit of headway here. Pushing Von back. After that tough start. Feel like he's finally in control, but that's probably going to reverse itself as soon as the Crocodile hits the field. Pack coming in for PauL. I thought he might just try tick up. He's got so much fuel, go for a fast tank. Okay, there he goes. Oh, VonIvan doing well with those predictive grenades into the charging forward stormtroopers. We see PauL has actually got a tremendous amount of map under his control. Those last few engagements have gone really well for him. Looks like Von not reinforcing his units, just trying to save every scrap of manpower he can to get his Crocodile out as soon as possible. Trying to spot if he put the flares somewhere special. It's in the middle. Don't know if PauL will have sight of that, but he might be hearing the Crocodile heading towards the south right now. There's 2 5-man grenadiers there. Away they go. They're getting torched. Could lose this one if he's a little bit unlucky. Crocodile on the chase. Oof, Greedy's just gonna squeak by. But yeah, PauL starting his tick so late. Could have a Stug on the field or something already to be combating this. And even once he does have a tank on the field, it's not going to be easy time. You know, still is 6-pounder and a sapper for the snare threat. As well as having to contend with the Churchill now that has the full strength gun. Same gun as the Cromwell, so it's going to take some very strong medium control from PauL. Very good kiting is going to be necessary. Make the most out of the 10 range advantage Stug has over Crocodile, but it's not for Faust. A little bit of waste of munitions. Stormtroopers in the south doing work. He could find, you know, and steal away the 6-pounder there. It'd be really good for PauL as well. Either way, he needs to keep the 6-pounder neutral. This Crocodile is doing so much damage. Here comes the Stug. 6-pounder is nearby though. Still opening up, bouncing its first shot. Another Faust goes in, but thanks to that bounce doesn't result in engine damage, and 6-pounder returning fire. PauL taking huge amount of damage, you know, lost quite a few models, but as well as that health damage. His medics are going to be completely overloaded trying to get all that healing done. And on the back of that crocodile, look at how much territory VonIvan's taken. He's back in control.
A capture point is being overrun.
Oh, there we go. 6-pounder open up on the freshly repaired Stug. Having to back out. Crocodile mobilizing to this infantry bob in the south. Sniper's got to be PauL's X factor here. Got to keep pressure on the 6-pounder. Oh, grabs the base artillery. Lots of bleed on all these squads. In fact, one squad of stormtroopers goes down. And Stug having a little bit of trouble with the crocodile. Bouncing a lot of shots here. And PauL really against the ropes right now. Just that assault through the south, maybe not that well planned. It's got completely shut down by the crocodile.
Jerry has 300 points remaining.
He really needs to just put some pressure on the 6-pounder. If he can decrew it with his sniper or something, that will allow his Stugs to have a lot more freedom.
Ready for instruction.
Versus his second one to fight the crocodile.
Heavy armored car ready.
It's a delicate dance to avoid the damage from the crocodile, put pressure on the 6-pounder and use your Stugs at the same time. But he gets off to a great start there. There goes 6-pounder. Stugs still in back. Sniper getting out of there, and now he's going in. Looks like a Faust's going to connect, and the crocodile with a damaged engine. Fresh AEC though from Von. Reluctant to tech, goes for an AC to try and swing, maybe get that final kill, but second Stug comes in and secures the kill on the AC. AT gun gets recrewed.
Armored vehicle gone.
Stug up to Vet 2 now. But all right against ropes still. Couldn't quite get the job done, couldn't quite kill the crocodile, and that's pulling back for repairs now. VonIvan using the base artillery to keep PauL pegged in his base sector. It's a game. 30% armor, 10% reload. Pretty unimpressive reload bonus there. But I think that's from the days of old when the Stug was very strong. Maybe it could do with a slight buff on that these days.
We're losing a capture point.
Sniper still the X factor for PauL, picking shots. 46 kills. Crocodile going to be out of commission for repairs for a very, very long time. Sniper takes a big burst, has to get out. PauL charging to the middle, needs to get VPs under his control as soon as possible. Draining out fast under this triple cap. Actually going for the munitions over the VPs now, very dangerous. Still has plenty of munitions, but VPs are draining out rapidly. And now VonIvan getting some brains on all his infantry. It's going to make life even harder for PauL. Infantry's really going to struggle now. Gonna be relying on that sniper even more, but squads are going to be able to burst it down long range with the LMGs. Crocodile back up. Looking to do some damage. Coming back in. Double Strug's also mobilizing. Or maybe not. Here they go now. 6-pounder moving up. And takes a big 2 shots there from the 6-pounder and the Crocodile. Maiden. Good dodge from PauL. Von in the driver's seat right here. PauL having trouble finding an angle for Strugs to be effective. VonIvan's AT gun positioning's been pretty strong so far.
Damned enemies trying to take a point from us.
Now look how much manpower he leads to try and close in on the Bren Tommies. Making life very hard for PauL. Maybe he wants to save for another tank. It's looking like that. Oh, now a bit of pressure on the AT gun. Allowing the Strug to get some shots in here. Oh, but Piets as well. You can't see them because of the sweeper on that.
Anti-tank gun ready
The
to do
Strug
some
now
damage.
needs repairs for a long time. Double Piets connect again with the Strug. Oh, Crocodile in a bit of trouble. Oh, Greedy down. Crocodile getting out of there. Strug on the charge. 6-pounder is nearby. In a hit-to-hit fight here, I wouldn't really favour the Strug. Crocodile still has, you know, good chance of bouncing it. Oh, but the sniper gets the kill on the 6-pounder. Maybe that was bait from PauL with the Strug baiting the 6-pounder to set up, and now sniper clears it. Strug can destroy the 6-pounder. Actually, a second one though, just freshly built by Von. So that's actually kind of lucky for PauL. Oh no, he's spinning around in circles. That's not lucky. Trying to hold the line. He's draining out fast. 88 VPs remaining. These 5-man Tommies just making mincemeat out of every squad. Look how quickly they drop.
Enemy down to 75 points.
Sniper's still the only weapon for PauL. Grenade over the bush. Oh, good hit. Some base artillery. Maybe try and knock out tier 1 here. PauL going for a flak panzer, very unusual. Could have got that a long time ago. I thought he was saving for a Panzer IV because he could have got that flak panzer out ages ago. And the squad goes down there for Von. Oops. It must have been a section, right? Oh, nice rifle grenade. Oh, and they dropped a Bren as well. Okay, I'll head to the south. Flush out that camouflage units, but double Strug mobilizing. So is the flak panzer. AT gun's in a good position to cover here. So is the squad with the AT grenade, but that connects too early. No engine damage. Oh no, it doesn't. Pulls in the fragmentation bombs. Doesn't quite clear out the AT gun. Stuns his own flak panzer.
We've lost an anti-tank gun.
Strug here. Oh, now taking engine Piet damage from the rear. Oh, and the Crocodile ends up winning. Crocodile now on the chase of the flak panzer.
The new engineer section is waiting for orders.
PauL knows what's important. 16 VPs left though. He's getting on top of them. He's also managed to decrew the mortar right there. one meanwhile has rebuilt an infantry section. Also I called in a fresh squad of engineers.
Sappers back to full strength.
How's it Crocodile doing? 38 kills. No, very strong so far this match.
What are your orders?
Oh, he's going to steal away the mortar. It's a curious choice. Stealing away the AT gun though, probably a wise idea. But he's in a tough spot now after losing both his Stugs. It's going to be very hard to keep the Crocodile at bay. And because he spent, excuse me, all this manpower recreating all these stolen team weapons and whatnot, might slow down his production of the next Stug. Because he's about to hit the fuel for it now, but it's about a fully reinforced mortar away from being able to build it. Crocodile, meanwhile, has completed repairs, coming back out into the battlefield. And going to work. Crocodile just charging straight forwards. T-gun getting a hit in there, closes in for the Faust. Connects, engine damage, goes off. The T-gun a little bit slow to push up. Oh, and this squad has the pets, remember. Looks like Paul does, he's backing away before they even get them off right there. All capping in the north, VonIvan capping in the middle and the south. 16 VPs left for Paul.
A capture point is being overrun.
Panzer, oh, and the mortar going to work. Doesn't quite get the kill. Crocodile chasing in here. Oh, and the flak Panzer goes down max range. Looks like Paul can finally afford another Stug. There it goes. Well, meanwhile, you know, he has lost a couple units. And Paul doing some good moves, getting some air mines down on the VPs to try and slow down VonIvan's regathering of them. And the AT gun getting some good hits in on the Crocodile as well. Ooh, big shot from the mortar there. Managed to squeeze in past the S-mines, doesn't take any damage there. Looks like a grenade from the squad swung his engagement in his favour. This squad's got to be so powerful. 5-man Grenadiers with an LMG. Fully vetted. Even the Tommies are trembling. Pounder once again in a nice position to keep the Crocodile honest at least. Can't just come in and roast our squads for nothing. But Von has decided to tech, unusual timing. Maybe he feels like he needs a tank to close this game out.
The company command post is finished and ready for use.
And you can actually see that Paul has a slightly larger army right now. VonIvan really struggling for manpower. Sniper continuing to whittle away. 74 kills already. In a 34-minute game, that's a crazy high kill count. Very impressive control of that so far this game from Paul. Outside of that slight vulnerability to the AC earlier, it's really been well controlled by him throughout the entire match. Crocodile charging forwards, but a Stug is there now to keep him honest. As well as the 6-pounder. He's focusing down that one first. Looks like a squad goes down to S-mines in the south for Von. And that Crocodile's taking some big shots. Stug coming back in, but the Piets are there. Might lose the Stug. And there it goes. Crocodile doesn't get out of there. Somehow, that seemed like beyond max range. These 6-pounder gets the kill. After losing, you know, a couple squads right there. Now Von is massively on the back foot. Did he lose 2 squads to S-mines? Certainly lost 1. I don't know what happened to the other Tommy that he had before, but it did. Look at this one. 3 squads. Looks like he's trying to save for another crocodile. I think that's a good idea. PauL meanwhile taking triple cap. Maybe if you can get some more ace mines down, that'd be nice. Try hold on to the VPs. Like maybe he has done that already in the south. He's pushing for the fuel because he does need the fuel. VonIvan, you know, he's got plenty in the bank, but PauL could do with a bit more. Save for his next tank, which he's probably going to need to help fight off the incoming crocodile.
Have 300 points remaining. Increase your efforts.
Let's see what the impact the second crocodile can have. Could this be the game winner? So he's heading towards the north first. Probably less likely for there to be a anti-tank gun up here because he saw the 6-pounder down here last time. There's Stug though, heading out to the north. Engineers heading up here to do some capping. They also have the sweepers, should be able to get rid of those mines up there. Crocodile now moving to the middle. Pretty well defended though by PauL. Here we go. Oh, gotta be careful running your grenadiers forward like that. They could easily get roasted out by the croc. They well dodged. Sniper heading to the south to fight off those 2 squads down there. The crocodile retreating actually towards the north, maybe trying to stop these 2 engineers. Mobilizing, getting some shots in here. Looks like maybe VonIvan going to try hide behind the church a little bit. And the crocodile just tearing apart those engineers, forcing away those POs, both of them escaping on just about nothing. I think a P8 gets dropped there though. And PauL holds on. Oh wow. So that squad can get 2 weapons as well as the G43. I didn't know that. Interesting. It's a rare occasion. So now they're... Well, I suppose that decreases the anti-infantry damage a little bit, but now they're more well-rounded squad. Okay, looks like Von getting a Cromwell. Can that be the X factor? He's really having trouble avoiding the Stug and the AT gun right now, which is that Vet 2 by the way, 30% reload. Very high rate of fire, keeping that crocodile away. What tank is PauL going to get next? He's at that decision point. Looks like it's going to be the Panzer IV. That should trade nicely with the Cromwell. Cromwell heading to the south here. Traded with the tank commander already. Barely even hit the battlefield and it's got the tank commander. Forcing away a lot of retreats here in the south. AT gun rotating now to deal with it. Rebuilt S-mines. Looks like he's going to go in for a crush on them. Open up the capture in the south. Stugger's there now too though. Cromwell could be in a little bit of trouble here. Stug looking to go for the chase perhaps. Perhaps not. He's going to go for the chase. He would have had to come around this way. That way the Cromwell would have had nowhere to hide. You know, the AT gun could have continued pushing, covered this angle while Stug came in from this angle, but that's alright. he held the line at the very least. Meanwhile, VonIvan pushing from the other side with the Crocodile. Takes some big hits. Here comes the Panzer IV now, getting into the fray. Mortar goes down to the Crocodile Flamer. Cromwell gets in there for a free hit. And PauL hanging in there, holding on to the VPs. VonIvan pulling back for a repair fest, I suppose. He's holding on to one VP at the moment because he's also getting low on VPs. He's got to be concerned about that himself now. A large period of dominance here from PauL has just about turned the game completely on its head. Tosses out a smoke shell there, maybe stop a sniper or a Stug or something from picking away long range. I'm going for another Cromwell. Maybe that's what he's waiting for, just all-in assault once he gets double Cromwells. See if he can close the game on it. But PauL doing well, you know. Halting Von before he can even get close to the VPs. Really stopping his momentum. They're out there doing some good damage. He's coming in. He's coming in. He's got the two Cromwells. But they're not quite here yet. Here comes one. Coming in from the other side. Takes engine damage. Second Cromwell's there in support as well. Crocodile back there. Stug chasing in after the Croc. But now switching targets at a bad timing. Right exactly at the wrong timing. Otherwise Crocodile might have gone down there. There we go. Stug down. Crocodile charging in here. Nice attack ground attempt by Von. Trying to knock out the final Panzer IV flamethrower. Focusing down the 6-pounder. But the Cromwell snipes it. Secures the kill. Now 6-pounder might be going down here. Crocodile escapes and so does the Cromwell at like a pixel of health. Fragmentation bombs coming in here but a little bit late. Stops the capture at least, but that was a very violent engagement from both sides. What I was control just a little bit better. PauL deciding to switch targets with the Stug at the exact wrong timing, allowing the Crocodile to survive.
Enemy threatening a capture
You know,
point.
maybe like a penetration here, penetration there. It'd have gone a little bit more in one more shot either way in PauL's favour. This could have been a completely different match at this point, but that's COH2, baby.
Trying to take one of our points.
Double AT guns though in PauL's control. He's going to need another Stug though. Double AT guns probably not going to be enough. Oh, P8 bounces. Double AT guns probably not going to be enough to fight off the Crocodile, honestly, as well as the Cromwell. So another Stug in the books, I would say. Game much more even though after that heroic assault from VonIvan. More S-mines going down from PauL, great idea.
They're trying to take it.
Okay, Cromwell mobilizing towards the north now. Grenade coming in, Cromwell shot. Forces the retreat. So Von getting that one under control. 84 VPs left for Von. Massive time pressures on him as well. He's got 3 engineers now, just full speed on the repairs.
We've 75 points left.
Could use the smoke shell again to try and cover his capturing squad from the sniper. Double AT guns mobilizing to the north to fend off the Cromwell. But the Crocodile is ready to roll again. Stug just about out for PauL. Will it arrive in time? These double AT guns could get roasted out so quickly by the Crocodile. just that kind of tank. Here we go. Kind of gets one shot in. Grenadier very close to death. He goes down right at the last second. PauL.A.D guns go to work though. Half health down. Smoke again from Von. Here comes the Stug. Nice attack rounds there through the smoke. Second AT gun rotating. Stug getting outmaneuvered here by the Cromwell though. And the PauL.A.D guns having trouble finding an angle to get a shot off. VonIvan moving well. PauL.A.D guns missing. Cromwell escaping. Stug also narrowly escaping here. But VonIvan is capturing in the middle. Double engineers going to work. Actually, the sweepers didn't take any damage from these S-mines. And just the sheer number of bodies, I think he might be able to hold the line here. 2 VPs under his control. One VP left. And VonIvan takes it. Wow. Back and forth match there. VonIvan looked to have it sewn up, and then PauL makes a good comeback, then Von makes a good comeback. Really entertaining back and forth match. Right at the end there, came down to that last tank engagement. If you microed Stug a little bit better, you know, but that was some good use of smoke by VonIvan. Really threw a wrench into the works as to what the Cromwell was doing, and the AT guns couldn't be positioned quickly enough to counter that speedy Cromwell. Ends up perhaps sealing the game for him right there. Anyway, well played. And I'll wrap on that, guys. If you like your game to be cast by me, details are in the video description below. Otherwise, I'll catch you all for the next thrilling installment. Goodbye, and good luck.